invite the last speaker, Mr. Nabil Munir, First Deputy Permanent Representative of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan.
Good evening. It's always good to be the last speaker. People listen to you. President, co-chairs, venerable monks, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to join in commemorating the auspicious occasion of the International Day of VESAK. Let me also join the others in expressing our heartfelt condolences and sympathy to the government and the people of Sri Lanka for the devastating floods and the earthquake and the landslides. Pakistan wishes a happy VESAK Day to all nations, all people around the world. Today is a day for peace and happiness, a day for practicing morality, simplicity, and humility, a day to think of the poor, the sick, and the marginalized, and in fact, all those who amongst us are suffering. Truly, a day to reaffirm our promise to leave no one behind. Buddha's teachings gave mankind the gift of nirvana, complete happiness and release from suffering. His thoughts formed the basis of a philosophy of ethical and humanitarian ideals. His teachings laid the foundation of a vibrant spiritual tradition with the vision of achieving humanity's highest potential. His message was to promote happiness and well-being. He conquered the world with the infallible weapons of love and truth. Buddhism has an enormous and rich legacy in Pakistan. Remnants of the world-renowned Gandhara civilization that emerged from the northwest of Pakistan around the 1st century BC speak volumes of this heritage. We in Pakistan believe in sharing this heritage. An exhibition of Gandhara in Pakistan, for instance, is being held in Sri Lanka this next month. It will include Buddhist holy relics sent to Sri Lanka for veneration of Buddhism to mark the 2560th year of the attainment of enlightenment. Ladies and gentlemen, today in our strife-stricken world, Buddha's teachings of peace, compassion, and tolerance hold truer than ever. He said, "Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace." Mankind today is creaking under the burden of conflicts, intolerance, and lack of empathy. The festival of VESAK today should bring us all together in our desire for peace. Buddha also said, the darkest night is ignorance. It is this ignorance of other faiths and societies that brings out the darkness within us. No religion promotes hatred and animosity. Understanding and tolerance help us build bridges between communities and nations. Our globalized world needs understanding among cultures and faiths to counter the demons of racism, xenophobia, and religious intolerance. This day should serve to unite us in our common desire to create tolerant, respectful, and peaceful multicultural societies. Pakistan would always be an active partner in this noble endeavor. Thank you.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me now invite His Excellency Ambassador H.E.Dr.Rohan Perera to deliver his closing remarks.
The most venerable members of the Mahasangha, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the concluding stage of a very successful celebration of the UN Day of VESAK at the United Nations, headquarters in New York. As we are concluding this special meeting, it would be remiss of me if I do not mention those who have made invaluable contributions to make this year's VESAK Day commemoration a success. First of all, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like very respectfully to thank the most venerable members of the Mahasangha for their presence on this solemn occasion. I am especially grateful to Venerable Tapovane Sutadara Thero, Director, Ventura Buddhist Study Center, California, and Venerable Pasano Bhikkhu, Abbot of the Abhigiri Buddhist Monastery in San Francisco, who traveled all the way from the West Coast at our invitation for their erudite elucidation of the Buddha's message. I am also deeply grateful to Venerable Kamruwa Revatathero, Chief Abbot of the Scotland Buddhist Vihara, for being here today, having traveled from the United Kingdom, and for delivering an erudite sermon this morning at the Dana offering ceremony held at the Permanent Mission of Sri Lanka. Our special thanks go to His Excellency Ban Ki-moon, Secretary General of the United Nations, who graced the occasion with his presence amidst numerous official commitments. I also thank Her Excellency Ms. Maria Emma Mia Velez, Vice President of the General Assembly, for attending and speaking at this event on behalf of the President of the General Assembly, who is out of New York on an official assignment. I thank His Excellency Dr. Surin Pitsuwan, former Secretary General of ASEAN and Special Envoy of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Thailand, for attending this year's VESAK Day celebrations. His statement provided very useful insights to all of us present here today. I must also mention that His Eminence, the President of the Pontifical Council for Interreligious Dialogue of the Holy See, has issued a message on the occasion of the day of VESAK. I wish to convey my thanks to the President of the Pontifical Council through His Excellency Archbishop Benedito Auza, Permanent Observer of the Holy See. Indeed, gestures of this nature will augur well in strengthening the interreligious dialogue and friendship in all our societies. I thank the Excellencies and permanent representatives and other distinguished representatives from member states who made statements at this solemn meeting. I express my profound thanks to all those who referred to the loss of life and displacement of people in Sri Lanka due to the recent devastating floods and landslides. Our thoughts are with those who are affected. I am certain that the teachings of the Buddha will offer some solace to the families of the victims to come to terms with the irreparable loss. My special thanks also go to the permanent representatives of the participating member states and their staff who diligently worked to coordinate arrangements for this event. I also wish to thank all these distinguished invitees who joined us today in celebrating the thrice blessed day of VESAK at the United Nations General Assembly Hall. I thank the conference management and security staff of the UN Secretariat for facilitating today's VESAK commemorative event. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to my dear friend and colleague, His Excellency Virichai Prasai, Ambassador and Permanent Representative of the Kingdom of Thailand, and his team for joining us in organizing this year's VESAK celebration, without whose assistance and diligence all this would not have been possible. Finally, I thank my own colleagues, all my staff at the Permanent Mission of Sri Lanka for their dedicated and hard work in organizing this event and making it a success. I wish you all a very happy and peaceful day of VESAK. Thank you for being with us the whole evening.